before we start, I think you've got an announcement, haven't you?
Yes, I have. 15th of May, so I've heard, I'll be taking part in a tournament, in a playoff, to try and get my team to the league.
Well done.
He plays for the Albion Foundation special team. They've got to the playoffs tournament. It's going to be held at Portway Lifestyle Centre, Newbury Lane in Oldby. So if you want to come and support the guys, it's a great day out, you know. And yeah.
Well, this is early morning kick-off at the Stadium of Mega Football, which is known as the Hawthorns. We're here with 3 lifelong fans for what is the last game of our season. So, your name, sir?
Luke.
Luke, your name, sir?
Luke.
What? 2 Lukes together? What's the odds on that? And you don't tell me your name, Luke.
No, Darryl.
Darryl?
Jake.
Jake, your name?
Stuart.
Reece, thanks for stopping by, mate.
Harvey.
And your name, sir? With the legend that is Baden from WBA Canada secured a free transfer of our man from... No, I'm only joking. Crazy Shadow himself. I mean, with the madman, the Crazy Shadow's brother. Andrew, and your name, sir?
Will.
Will. So, how long have you supporting the Albion?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, same as me, that's why I've got no hair in it. In a sentence, can you sum up the Albion season?
really poor.
I'd agree. You carry on, you've got more words.
No, it was very, very poor throughout the whole of the team. Change of manager just meant that there was no continuity through the whole season.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Painful. Poor.
Yeah, well, that's very well said. Though.
Could do better.
Well said.
Could do better.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Brilliant start, then absolute catastrophe ball fest, then mediocre, but we've ended up on a good note, so up the Albion.
I'll give you that one. Yeah, I'd agree. Luke, and you?
Terrible.
Oh, crikey, I can't get any worse than...
Crap. That's
Yeah.
putting it polite.
Personally, I think start of the season, bright hopes. It was.
Didn't we got 10 unbeaten or something?
I think so. Yeah, we expected this season to be really bright. Playoffs even, maybe. We don't want the playoffs, but and then it's slightly. I think the loss to Preston started. That's where it went downhill really. And I think one mistake was actually second foul as well. And I think
That's a good point, though.
And I think, personally, I think if we still had Val, maybe be higher.
Well, if I were to give it just one sentence, I'd say this season was very poor, but it's not as poor as most people look at it at the moment, and it's just simply because we're all frustrated with how it's gone. We've been expected to go to the Premier League again. We're expecting to be celebrating tonight.
It's too much at the end of the day.
But
mate.
the reality is, the players that we have at the moment need a couple more to play along with them to build the spirits up
totally
for the
agree.
club. And I'm saying to all these people, everyone I see, this time next year we'll be celebrating going to the Premier League.
I'll tell you what,
and
mate,
it's one player.
We're going to hold him to that, Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold him to that. This time next season, where do you expect us to be? I'll tell you what, you know, you're right, you're a realist, man, you're a realist.
Playoffs.
Playoffs?
I'd say playoffs.
Is that similar
Mid-table
place?
again. Similar place, yeah. Hopefully in and around the top 6, if not the top 2.
So when you say promotion, have we this time next season, have we won the league or we're in the playoffs, we're ready to go?
No, I reckon we'll be ready to win the league. Definitely. No, Steve Bruce, I think he's got more than that.
I said Premier League just, and I'm going to stick with it. The reality is, stuff needs to happen before that
Big stuff,
happens.
from literally top to
Yeah.
bottom, isn't it?
At the bare minimum, playoffs. Bare minimum.
For next season, maybe. Potentially, I think either 6th, 5th, 4th. But I think if we do get top 2 next season, it might be possibly harder. Because you've got the likes of Everton, Watford and Norwich, especially with...
See what he's done there?
Especially with maybe a few people who might rise, like teams who might rise, because you've got Stoke with them to achieve for a few seasons as well, especially Swansea. And you never know, like Blackburn, they might come up for next season.
Go on then, what you reckon? Sum up the season in a sentence.
I think
just imploded, really. Do you think Steve Bruce will be in charge this time next season?
No. No.
No. I think so. I mean, we wasn't linked with Deutsch, but I think would Deutsch do the same he did with Burnley? Maybe not, possibly. I don't think he would.
It would be a worry, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a worry, but personally, I think Bruce maybe might have not at the time done a transfer window. That could have been what the problem was.
That's either a plus or a minus, isn't it? Because now it's going to be his team. If we don't get a good start, we're going to be, going to press panic buttons, aren't they?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, mate? Stevie Bruce still in charge this season?
He'll still be in charge.
It's positive, isn't it? What have you been on today?
No, it's just
Have you been on?
It's dependent. I mean, if we have another bad run like we did earlier in the season when Val was in charge, then, you know, deja vu all over again. So, yeah, you know, I mean, Val had a really poor run and we got Steve Bruce in. So,
You know, I said to somebody earlier, where do you reckon we'd be if we still had that?
if we still had Val, I mean, we were 5th when he was sacked. So, again, we would be there and thereabouts. Probably.
Do you reckon we would be?
Probably, yeah, chasing for the playoffs. I know it's a bit controversial, given
It's an honest
the
opinion.
mindset, but yeah.
And you, sir?
I think you will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah, I do
I
as
think
well.
I've got to give him a bit of time, give him a chance to, I guess.
Get his own squad together,
Yeah.
build a team together.
Yeah, I mean, we see what happened with Newcastle and Aston Villa, but at the end of the day, we've got to give him a chance.
Of course we have. With the experience he's got and the knowledge of this of the championship, I'm expecting big things, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking from when he walked past us, like at the end of Bunny Road End, you can see straight away he's got a bit of a connection with fans.
Absolutely, yeah. He was saying
Yeah.
where we were in the East Stand, and he acknowledged us at least.
Like with Ishmael, he never really seemed like he was engaged.
There
Like,
wasn't any warmth there, to be honest with you. The once we saw him come out of the players' entrance, he didn't even bother acknowledging the fans.
I know, like with Bilic as well. Like when
Bilic was one of us, really. What do you think?
yeah, whenever we scored a goal, you could see in his celebration as well.
There was something in it for him, wasn't there?
There's only one time that Ishmael really came out of his shell, and that was Peterborough away.
That's the first
Yeah.
thing.
It all depends. I mean, if we can get some players in, maybe. But I feel like Steve Bruce is always, in my mind, been the coach that we brought in to try and stabilize the ship a little bit. Because throughout the season, it's been a little rocky, but we need to get someone in who can do the job. And I think Steve Bruce is going to get us back into where we need to go. And I'm hoping maybe by this time next season, we'll be starting to maybe send him off and get a coach in who's ready to build something special.
I'd be interested in this one for both of you. Matty Clark on loan has been voted fans player of the season. What do you think?
I think it does. I think
I do,
many people would have thought Taylor Gardner and Andy Carroll, but I think Gardner Rittman missed a few matches, especially using the under 23s. I think it was on Tuesday night. I went there, and Gardner Rittman was definitely up there to win it. I think Matt Clark, though, you could see at the start of the season he wasn't scared to put in the tackle. He was always the last man to come. If there was a counter attack, he'd always be there and he'd never back out.
You know, so that's an excellent answer to the question, because I think that he doesn't shirk, he doesn't hide anything, he puts in 100% and you can see he's committed. If only all the other players did exactly the same, we'd be alright, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we'd definitely be playoffs or up there with like the likes of Bournemouth.
Totally agree with you. What you reckon, Don? Matty Clark?
He's had some decent.
He has, hasn't he? You would agree? I good.
I agree on that. I think he's had a couple of decent. Probably like one of the best players this season.
Absolutely. You know, I was saying to you, the people who stopped, any embarrassing though, he's on loan, isn't he? But he's a good player nonetheless.
He's been a really good player for us, you know. Look, the blocks that he's made, you know, the runs, and you know, he's tried to make something, you know, stick with this team. Midfield has been 50-50 with his passes, but yeah, Matt Clark, I think decent choice first.
Yeah, again, you speak with intelligence there, because you know what worries me? I don't know what it is. I think it's me. How can a player who's on loan get players player of the season? I mean, it's voted, so he deserves it. But you know, if I was an Albion player on a contract, it'd be a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, what do you think about Matty Clark?
He has done.
He's not frightened to put his foot in, is he? He takes responsibility, doesn't he?
I mean, personally, I would have voted Taylor Gardner Hickman. to be honest, personally. But you know, Matt Clark fully deserved.
I don't think any of them deserve it this season, so it's
I totally agree
best
with
of a bad bunch, really.
It's ironic because he's on loan.
That's what I was thinking last
I mean,
night.
people were talking about Andy Carroll, but how can you give it to somebody who's been here less?
I totally agree. That's an indictment of our season,
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
isn't it?
I agree. I think he's been.
He's put in the shift, isn't he? With me and him said that. What would you say? And be honest, we won't dispute.
No, I think he's played really well, and I think he's a good central point of the squad as well.
I wouldn't take that away from him. I think he's always shone out. He's pushed his confidence. He's got the skills in his locker, hasn't he, as well? But to tell you what really annoys me though, how come a player who's on loan gets player of the season?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It should be somebody that's a seasoned professional that plays for the ALBA.
Absolutely. Who's on big money? Yeah, who's on a contract? Yeah, I totally agree with that.
You look at players like Grant and
Yeah.
Garner and that, they should be getting it.
I agree with that.
Should have been Carroll.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Should have been Carroll.
I think Liam
Tyler got
He needs to stay.
totally what I thought. Yeah, man of the match today.
I thought he was fantastic. I think he's a very solid centre back. There's been times this season that we've seen him have struggles, but the reality is he's a footballer. That happens to players. I think he's the best centre back we had this season.
I mean, it's hard to pick any of them really after the season we've seen. I think I put it down as Don Rickman, though, even though he's only played like a few games.
I know what you mean. At least Matty put in the
Yeah.
He's done well today, though, didn't he? You think?
Definitely. I think I would say the Joy.
Yeah.
Just because he plays like an attacker in some games, but he runs down into like the centre. Of
Yeah, he's had flashes, hasn't he? Out of everything, player-wise, he's been your biggest disappointment this season. Would you keep him for next season?
No.
So if somebody offered you 20 million for currently, you'd let him
I'll
go?
take it.
Yeah.
Even less than that.
Yeah,
15
I
mil,
think-
take it.
It could be anything. You just think that something really bad that stands out.
I think personally, I think the Daryl D thing.
Well
Because
said.
personally we all thought he would come in, score some
And be the
goals.
saviour.
Yeah, be the saviour to our season. But then it ended up as him getting injured.
3 words.
Go.
Birmingham City away.
It's a big question, but I think it all just comes back down to the board. We want to see great footballers playing for this club, and
I'll tell you what else I'm thinking. Look, take yourself for example. You spend a lot of money, you spend a lot of time, and sacrifices all the way over here to support your beloved Albion. Do you think sometimes, I mean, I know I might be guilty of it, do you think we put too much pressure on the club, on the players? Do you think sometimes our expectations are a bit high?
I don't think so, because the reality is this club is a Premier League club. No matter what anybody says to me, we are a Premier League club, and it's unacceptable to be selling your best player, Matthias Pereira, at the beginning of the season for a lower fee than what we should have got, by the way, and then hardly put any of that back into the club.
That's the worrying thing to me.
At the end of the season, we've absolutely got no chance of playoffs. You know, that's been the biggest disappointment. Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. You know what? He's got such a lot in the locker, and he don't seem to care, does he?
I think Grant, Robinson, Dean Garner have been really poor this season. Don't think they've clicked. I mean, Grant's been top scorer, but he's missed so many chances this year. He could have doubled the amount of goals that he's already got this year.
I totally agree with you. You know, what do you think about it is, I mean, I won't get into politics, but we slate the board about not spending money. The combined total of those 3 players,
Exactly.
and yet the return, is it really worth it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it worries me so.
I think the structure of the club, I think the whole thing needs to be rebuilt from the bottom up.
I do.
Definitely, and then the thing is you'll have the right pieces in the right places to be able to then.
You know something, that is absolutely spot on, because I was thinking to myself only the other day, and I mean, we've all got different views and we can disagree with anything about it. I'm thinking to myself, the length of contracts some of these players have been on, the scouting, and then we go and sign Malumbu for 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't seem to be learning our lessons, do we?
Sam Johnson in some ways, because his attitude.
Yeah, the way he's treated us, I totally agree with that.
I'm just trying to think, I've got a long list.
But it's worrying, isn't it?
Dean Garner, Robinson, none of them have been
It
really
is.
well.
It's a case of who hasn't been disappointed, really.
Do you know what? The kind of like the shining light of the season has been Taylor. Like,
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, whenever you mention his name, I get excited by it. You know, here's one thing that really baffles me, and I've gone off cuff. Ron Galway came on the radio saying about he expects the players to be hungry. Or just expect these existing players to be hungry.
That's my biggest bugbear with the Albion. I personally believe we've got one of the best youth systems in the country. We don't use it.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've got players going off to Villa, going off there, they're offering them pro contracts.
Absolutely.
We've got young lads banging goals in the under-23s, and we're umming and ahhing, being like, oh, is he better than Carl and Grant?
You know something, you've stole my thunder in a nutshell, in as much as you put all the effort in, you've got everything right, so it's almost as if you spend all the money and then we don't get anything back from it.
No,
it don't make sense to me.
Yeah. So,
I'll tell you another thing then, because I know that a lot of people that I speak. What's your background and how can we support the album, if you don't mind me asking?
So, you see these people behind me. These two are my parents. They're...
You're going down!
You're going down!
Yeah, 4-0!
Come.
Anyways,
Sorry about that. So yeah, what was you saying then? So
it's all my family. It's simple as that. My grandfather's 90 years old. Massive Albion supporter. Was at the 68 final.
I was in 68.
And I don't think it's possible to meet him and not love the Albion a little bit.
So it's grown on you.
So
then, basically.
I think it's just simply that. Something that's I'm so proud about. I don't know if anyone else noticed this in the ground. There's a WBA Canada
We've
banner.
seen
Yeah, we saw that
in the
earlier,
ground
yeah.
now.
Where the coaching stuff
Yeah.
sits. I can see it right on
And
the wall there.
It's something
Is that
I'm
down
so
to you
proud
then?
of.
Yeah.
And it's my
That's his.
my banner, and you even see on the banner dedicated to Ethel and Bill Mason.
Oh, that's
And those are my grandparents. So I just want to say they're the reason that all of this is happening. And
Gay, would you, without these people, that wouldn't be possible. So let's have a quick look at Mum and Dad. So what's your verdict on your beloved son's devotion to the album?
I'm very proud of him,
I know
first of
that.
all. However, I mean, he's really hustled to like not only support this club, but in Canada and now in England, he's really done a lot, I think, to try and promote this club.
He's done wonderfully well on his own.
Yeah, and especially like in Canada where a lot of people support the big clubs like the Man United, the Arsenals, and all those things. Like, and a lot of people say West Bromwich who? Like, it's nice to have someone who's trying to say, hey.
We appreciate it. I'll tell you what, we've boxed in you with Forest, I've seen you the last couple of away games. I've seen you where you, and I'll take my answer to you.
Yeah.
I think you should be applauded. Dad, what would you say?
Well, I'd just like to say, for Baden coming here to England, it's been really nice to see how many people have sort of taken him in and treated him like one of your own, right?
He's more than one of our own.
And
He's our trailblazer.
Yeah. So, like, as parents, you always worry, you want the best for your child. Well, coming here, we've met a lot of people that know Baden.
They're taking care of him.
And they're taking care of him. Like, even yourself, just welcome him to the Midlands, right?
Yeah.
So that makes us feel proud and thankful to the community, right?
Yeah.
What's your plans now? Now, what will you do now?
what do you mean? There's 2 games left. Wednesday
Yeah,
and
we're going
Friday.
Wednesday. We
We're gonna
are.
go Wednesday.
And I'll be there Wednesday.
Yeah, we're there Friday. Friday we will be gone by then. But
we're going to
unfortunately, we're
Scotland.
leaving on
You're in
Friday.
Scotland?
Yes.
Yeah.
What might be holiday or?
Yes, and then we're back to Canada. So we have to go back to work.
Zoltan, come over here, come over. This is an absolute
This is the
legend.
main man himself.
He comes all the way from Canada.
Yeah,
Zoltan,
we met here.
come here. What an absolute legend, babe. Come on, get your son if you want to. Come over. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
What's your famous memory playing for the Albion?
I have a lot.
Is there one that stands out?
I don't know.
For me, it's the Liverpool goal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Who's your best friend in football?
Well, I have a lot of friends.
What's your verdict on today's game?
Today was comfortable.
Do you reckon you could lace up your boots and come and join us again? Hey, listen, thank you ever so much for your service. Thank you for stopping. You still look as fit as ever.
Yes,
What's your son's name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, thank you for stopping. Look after your dad. He's an Albion treasure. All I can say then, Mum and Dad, thank you ever so much for stopping.
Thank you.
You've produced something that's going to be a runaway success, and I for one love you. All I ask you to do is all stay safe. look after yourselves. Safe journey back, and hopefully see you very soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks, mate.
Keep watching All Things Midlands. Let's go.
You've had some great answers between you. After three, then, can you look into that camera and shout each show? It's on you ready? 1, 2, 3. It's showtime!
Thanks guys for watching the review. Make sure to put down in the comments if you want to come on. We can even give you an interview, can't we, Dad?
Yeah, all I'd like to say, it's our first season doing it. What started off as a bit of fun, we really do enjoy it. And you know what makes our day? When people actually take the time to come up to you.
Exactly.
And I'll say a special thank you to Finn and Perry. They were the first people to come up, so thanks guys. Don't forget Oscar, we've got Baggy Singh, we've got
we've got
Sebo Dowd, you name them.
Nick, big shout out to Nick,
Big Mick, yeah. And you know what I was thinking of? McCready, our mate Dave McCready, yeah. So listen, it's been really good. Please keep it coming if you can. So in the pre-season, we're going to do as many things as we can, but all things Albion. So if there's any predictions, you might say, well, just keep your mouth shut. We don't want to see
and
you
one
again.
quick shout out to the big man, Josh Harlow.
Oh, Josh Harlow, yeah.
Josh, next season.
Josh, you've made our day, you know, because we guarantee on you being there every game of the season. So big up for Josh. He was loud and proud at Reading as well, wasn't he? So yeah, guys and girls and anybody else,
thank
you ever so much from the bottom of our heart, because all we are is two daft Magic Albion fans who love the Albion through thick and thin. And you know what? They've gone out in style today. Wonder what the next season awaits us.
What time is it?
It's showtime!